saved this back because it was nice.
Oh, for sure.
One the big thing was in.
All right, everybody, welcome back. If you are hanging out with us today, we are building RX93 Perfect Grade Unleashed.
Woo.
Joined again today by Pirate Monkey Paintings Anthony.
Hi.
So, as a bit of a recap here. Pieces. Still building the legs. We've definitely been a bit methodical, making sure we've got good fit and finish. This kit's details are immaculate. And then, of course, we've got the other streams up on the I Want to Be a GM YouTube channel. And then you can take a look at those as well. But the details on this are awesome.
They really are.
So,
like,
yeah, I mean,
it's like having like. So I just finished the real grade.
Oh yeah, dude.
RX78, and like I feel like this is like just the what is it 1/60th scale?
1/60th scale version of it.
The RX78, like, or the real grade.
Sorry.
Which again, this thing is just insane.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. And again, thank you for having me to jump in and help out with this thing, because
yeah. Well, this is one of those things where definitely I could build it, but it's more fun with friends. And then I'm not gonna lie, I'm super happy for your expertise. So thank you for lending that to the project. Yeah.
Like my goal is only to like pass on information. We've talked about this before, where it's like if I just a lot of this gets talked about in the miniatures painting community, where people would just kind of have like their own little secrets, and it's like that sucks. Like, why gatekeep? You know, and that's a part of why I went with Pirate Monkey Painting. Is my idea is to like pirate information and share it, because I don't think that information like that should be gate kept. And like the only reason I even charge for classes is that then you get my like one-on-one like personal like where I can kind of like help.
It's so that you're not overwhelmed with attendees.
Exactly.
You're like, all right, I got 5 instead of 50. I can actually deliver quality.
Well, and then I always offer to have like continued like ongoing support for any students.
Absolutely.
But I'm going off the rails a little bit here. Yeah. So yeah, we're still working on the legs. I feel like we made really great progress. If you want to grab the manual and find like where we were at, I can finish off the. I'm getting the stands kind of slammed together so that we.
Here. Am I upside
one
down
thing that
on
I really enjoy doing.
Kind of.
Definitely don't.
So I'm backwards.
We definitely don't have to do this. Is I really enjoy like having a little stand just to put what I'm working on it, so that way I can kind of be like, ooh, I'm having lots of fun with this thing, and like this is where I'm at, and like I really want to sit down and keep working on this thing. But I realize also, because you guys are moving stores soon, that may not be the most practical thing in the world until we get over there.
Yeah. So here we are. We're going to be moving into foot and ankle construction.
Sweet.
Still don't have a full leg yet, but
I know, yeah, it's crazy.
Foot and ankle.
This thing is just that huge. Here's the stand.
Yeah, this is the one that comes in the box.
No, this is about 8 inches ish.
Yeah, if I get my other hand, you're like 2 hands across, and then that's gonna reach up to the back of like the middle or lower back. So like you can see that it's gonna stand pretty tall.
It's
22 inches with the fin funnels. I think it's 17 or 18 inches to the head.
Yeah. Insane.
So yeah, let's get this sort of moved around the way we usually do.
And then
let's not lose the little pieces. Little pieces. There we go. That way we can access the
leg
instructions.
Leg. Yeah, it seemed like we were working on the foot, I think, right?
Yeah, and this is what we had gotten to last time right there.
Yes. Did we get? I know I had been working on
pieces
this guy
for it, but I had not begun.
Had just about started on the next one. I think I had realized that there was a step maybe that I was missing.
Yeah, because we got some pieces here and some metal decals.
We were on
true metal parts.
I think these steps right here.
Yeah, because there's a sub-assembly for the main assembly
Do we have
that
the
goes into the toes. Yeah,
XE?
so
I
I think there's guys.
this is one right here. And then I'm going to move these components that are essentially like ready to be used on
Oh,
the
yeah.
stand.
Here we go. Here we go.
And then that way we can just kind of keep working it.
Eat your heart out, Anaheim.
And yeah, man. Ooh, so what I was thinking would be fun is if like I work on one, you work on one.
Yeah, I had been, if you remember, I was doing all the prep and cleanup,
Yeah,
so I
dude.
keep you moving quick. At this point here, I think
we
the
have more.
cleanup's
Do we have more time today? How much time do we have today? I guess
store's
it's
open until 7.
a good question. Okay, sweet. I know the wife and kiddo would probably just like me home for dinner around 5 or 6-ish, but
Okay.
we're
Yes.
doing leftovers tonight,
Yeah,
and so it's gonna be
if we do another 3 hours today, that'd be alright.
yeah,
3 or 4.
3 or 4 sounds excellent.
See, I don't think we need these yet because these are gonna end up being like ankle covers. So I'm gonna set those aside as well.
And also, like, do we know? Just because I know your schedule is all over the place lately with all the job
Tuesdays
stuff.
going
Is that gonna be-
forward should be what I'm gonna try to hold on to.
Nice.
Because I got a few things I gotta do for the store today.
Yes, of course.
By the way, guys, if you're not familiar with it, we're streaming live from Griffin's Keep, Cards, Comics, and Games in Willard, Missouri. So there's a few things I got to do to help out around here. So I'll be a little in and out. But, you know, we get her done today. I'm just...
And then once I
straightforward.
move through this, I will help kind of clean stuff on your side
yeah, we
because
got-
you were so kind enough to do the same for me.
Yeah, and I was not entirely done, but I was getting pretty close, I remember.
yeah.
So, if you guys are watching, be sure to let us know. We'd love to say hi to you here in the comments. If you want to see anything out of the manual, any of the parts we're working on, let us know. We'll bring them up to the camera. Hopefully you're building with us today. And if you are, let us know what you're working on.
Yeah.
Because that, I got to go back and do my real grade RX78 after this.
Oh, dude. It's so good.
If we can get him, Dusty might be today coming by with the real grade Wing Gundam from Endless Waltz.
Oh, nice. That'd be super fun if he came.
It's such a cool kit.
He's such a good guy, too.
Yeah. I felt bad when I crushed him on Sunday.
Oh, no. Dude, I feel like he's still in that like phase where he's kind of learning the game almost.
Well, and I went back to my repair setup that's been updated a little bit with some of my new cards, new knowledge. And he's like, well, I can't do anything. It's like, because I'm back. I'm repaired.
Yeah. It seems like where the meta is right now is either like repair or like just aggro. Like just absolute rush aggro. And
Yeah.
I know some people are a little bit frustrated with where the meta's at.
Well, it's...
Like, if you're playing on the competitive side, if you're playing on like the just want to hang out and have fun with the boys, like I feel like there's a ton of really fun stuff. Like Ray's Soletta deck was savage.
Yeah, well, he ends up
That
with a
was a
bunch of
tough
like
matchup, yeah.
7 sevens all across the board. You're like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do against that, array of units? There's not a lot of good answers.
Oh man, so like I was saying before we went live, I threw on Gundam G Fighter.
Oh
and
man, it's definitely 90s.
It's so interesting because it's kind of like goofy in a way.
Well,
Like
it's really easy to forget that it's still an anime about war.
yeah, it is. Like it has some of those elements. Like I think we only watched like the first 3 episodes, and like there's people that are like really tired of and affected by like the fights.
Well, because at that point the colonies are dominating the Earth, and so the fights are just their way of seeing who gets to run the Earth sphere for the next decade or whatever.
Yep.
Or it seems to happen probably more often than that, but it's everybody who's stuck on Earth is basically stuck on an ongoing battleground, and yeah, as you can imagine, living in a constant war zone doesn't do much for your economics or other prospects.
Right.
So, with everything that's going on, as Domon is traveling around the world searching to battle with the other representatives of the different nation states that are, going to be competing in the Gundam fights as well, we get to see a lot of the aftermath of, just what continued warfare looks like.
And it seems like he, just from like what I've seen, like he kind of has a heart for it, which I think is really interesting, because some people, they kind of just end up in this almost like command position where they're they're relatively separated from that, whereas he kind of puts himself in or around it.
Yeah, he's still got
kind of
sympathy for the people he meets.
Yeah,
and he's not there to he's not there to cause them trouble. It's not his goal to negatively impact their lives. He's just trying to complete his mission for the most part.
Right.
So yeah, realistically, he's very much.
He's there to
understands
complete
where
his mission in Aura Farm. Like
he does a lot of that.
It definitely has some like I think it's like during the first fight where it's like, when did they make this? Because this feels a little bit Gundam Wing-ish, and did they make it right before Gundam Wing?
It's copyright for the anime is 94, so the books and writing and stuff like that is very like 89, 90. You'll see that in the first episode where the character designs for the punk guys are still like spiky shoulders and mohawks.
Yep.
But yeah, the show is 94, and then or 92. I'll double check.
I think it's
because Wing was like right
93,
after
94. If I'm remembering correctly, just look it up. But it seems like it has like Gundam Wing like ore farming vibes sometimes, and like just the style of the cells and like the way the animation is done is like it's like Gundam Wing with less like flashy crazy stuff in your face all the time that wants to give you a seizure.
Yes, and that was Sunrise at the time. I'm sure the same studio probably worked on both of them.
Probably.
From an art style perspective, they've got a lot of the same style cues.
It'd be really funny if you were a Sunrise employee and you're like, oh my god, this is like hilarious and a ton of fun, and like, but it's still kind of got like these themes, and then they have to go to Gundam Wing where it's like a lot more self-serious and like. Well, don't get me wrong, Gundam Wing is goated. Like,
all right, 94 for G Fighter. Mobile Fighter G Gundam originally aired in Japan, TV Asahi from April 22nd, 1994 to March 31st, 1995. 49 episode series later made its English dub debut in the U.S. on Cartoon Network's Toonami starting August 5th, 2002.
Oh, nice.
So we didn't see it for several years afterwards.
Yeah, they must have led with Wing and.
Let's see what I think Wing was on before G Fighter from the Toonami side of things.
Right. By then, my family had been living in Brazil, so there's like a whole phase of stuff where like I just don't have any idea about the timing.
All right, so March. Okay, so yeah, Toonami had Gundam Wing in 2000, and we got Gundam G Fighter in 2002.
Okay.
So originally, so 95. So G Gundam released first in Japan. Wing released in 95.
Mm-hmm.
So it came on basically right after G Gundam went off. But we got Gundam Wing in the U.S. first.
Nice.
So that's kind of an interesting thing to think about. They were probably, wrapping G Gundam as they were getting ready to drop Gundam Wing. We definitely have quite a lot of different characters as you're going through it. Gundam Wing definitely feels like it was from a different world, right? The 90s were a different world than the 80s.
Oh yeah.
And you get the G Gundam.
There's always that like in between phase though, in like the early part of the decade where it's like this feels like the 80s, but it's not quite.
Yeah, your hair is still big, but it's not exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're in a leopard print tank top, but you're not listening to Whitesnake.
No, 100%. Like, so funny. But no. So far, it's been a lot of fun. Like Theo, like if they do that thing too, where like whenever something awesome is about to happen, they put on like that main theme.
Oh,
with
yeah.
With the brass, and it's like, oh my god, this is so good.
My favorite thing about G Fighter, the entire series, watch for it. Domon will call for the Gundam, and it will just come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Like it just, you're like, it's a pond. I can barely get my shoes wet in it, like, and the Gundam will spring forth from that tiny puddle of water. It's like, where was he hiding this thing?
It'd be really funny. There's that girl that like does the repairs and like logistics. On it.
Yeah,
Like,
his support partner.
there's just so much work.
She's a cool character too, man.
She seems cool.
She gets in the pilot seat at one point too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she can fight.
They have to. It seems like they recycle some animations, which it's okay. Like it's kind of like okay, this is like because it's so good. You're not gonna complain.
So it's not like the recycled animation filler we got from Naruto back then, where like the characters are static and they're like floating on the screen.
The transformation though, like they at least change the backgrounds. Like,
yeah, but you could for the most part, there's a lot of that. I mean, it's not too different from the era where we had a lot of the same magical girl transformation sequences and Sailor Moon and
100%.
stuff. And that's what you lived for in the show. Yeah. You were waiting for Domen to call Gundam and see the suit go on, and then
kind of missed that a little bit because it's almost like a motif.
We were there. I mean, it's the same thing we loved about Power Rangers. It's morphin' time, and they all pull out the morphers, and we got the action scene and transformation and stuff. It was great.
I did my hair nice. Oh, there's my snippies.
Snippy snips.
All right. No, I'm excited to watch more of it. Like I've been trying to kind of watch.
Oh hey, Perfect Grade. Hey. In India, check it out. Gunpla, it can be really expensive.
It can.
Unicorn statue in Japan. Yes, the one, and I like the RX93 in Fukuoka. The RX0 that transforms. I think it does it every day at sunset.
I think so. Yeah.
When they can really light it up.
Did they break down? I know they had an RX78 there for a while.
I think that one ended up finally getting broken down because it was on a. It could move, but it was on a large. Stand essentially.
Right.
So here we'll show off with some again of the progress that we made, and the quality in this is just incredible. And one of the things here when we actuate, we've got the pistons here. Then we've got a second set that'll be coming on soon, and this isn't even the full knee. This is just the upper part of the thigh. So, the one thing that still I love here is the amount of motion we get. This is the thruster for the calf. So I've got a little bit here in the heat shield. This extends and moves. The knee does all of its full range of motion. So there's just like so much that we're going to be able to do with this model.
That's crazy.
Aside from, and it comes with a stand where it can stand in there. And it's got, all of the presence of an RX93. It's really cool with the fin funnels on it. But it can do so much more, and we're really looking forward to making it a neat display in the store here.
I'm really looking forward to painting some pieces of it too. Like,
yeah, we're gonna.
I've already been thinking about how to there's some stuff like this, like with the already metal pieces, where it's just like we could just probably give it a top coat. And
a little bit of like a weather or a highlight,
washes, and stuff, and like it would be like when this is what's crazy
because we're really on this. You're just looking to like bring those details out.
You're really just looking to once you get to this scale, like you really don't need to do like dry brushed or edge highlighted details because it's already so huge that it's reflecting realistically off the light.
Yeah.
And so I mean really the only thing to do would be like we just need to get a pen just to touch up some of these paint spots
which reminds me, CK got their full pin display. I need to head over there.
Oh, nice.
And
dude, when you do, let me know because that'll be a fun trip.
Yeah. Let's see. I could probably do it Sunday
no rush,
morning.
Of course.
Yeah.
We've got. I would say like less finished being built before.
Cool. So you were getting some of these sub-assemblies
done. So I got
done.
one of the feet done. So there's not a crazy amount of articulation. So
well, I mean, still check it out. That's the claw for when it goes into the catapult.
Yep. So it has both.
That's awesome.
Like it seems, don't they like click their heel down into it?
Yeah,
with their
then when
foot
it
down,
steps, it goes,
and then it goes,
and then locks in,
and then
it'll crouch.
One thing I do really like about Seed though is how they like are attached the whole time, and they like go and they have that one little moment of resistance, and then it pulls loose. Like
we saw that a little bit in some of the Neo Xeon launchers at the beginning of Char's counterattack. Char is tethered with a Sazabi, punches it, and eventually has enough force to overcome the tether. And then he
yes,
yes,
you're right.
So he was actually outside of the ship, but that's because I think the Rarulu didn't have a full launch bay. Slightly different stuff.
Okay, let me clean for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then you get some plates and stuff. So as we go through here, looking at where we're going here, I got some
Let's see.
XC1.
Yeah, where are you? So I
12. One of the things that was interesting is the number of sprues. A
we
lot of
need
these
this
are
one.
duplicated, so you'll get like XC1 twice. Oh, we got the Konami master code coming in. Dude, they do have some. Are those perfect? I guess there's perfect grades. There's the Zaku. There's Char Zaku.
Yeah.
The Unicorn, I think, would be one that I kind of want to do. And of course, I've got to get the RX78 next.
Yeah.
I'm just a big RX78 fan.
Or is he talking about perfect grades?
Yeah, we're just, it takes more than one person for sure.
Yeah.
Persona is over there talking about it. But just, it's fun to see the Konami master code. No, that's Coke. So, yeah, here we go. Number 12.
Man, you know what I have really been in the mood to get a kit of and build is the Goof.
Dude, the Goof is, like, the Goof custom, particularly from 008 MS.
Yep.
I started watching that
that's the
again,
one, man.
and I'm like,
so good.
It reminds me of like some of the Band of Brothers and Saving Private Ryan. It's like it's that soldier's story.
Yep.
And I was like,
very much
so good.
It deals much more, I think, with like the realities on the ground of like that one guy kind of has like he's like thinks of himself as being like unlucky or like the bad luck charm.
Yeah, because his whole unit had been wiped out, but he was the sole survivor.
There's like
so
that survivor's guilt. And,
and then the main guy is a new officer fresh out of training that does have some talent and does well, but it's he's got to prove himself to the unit. They go through some tough battles on the ground there.
He's a little bit impulsive, like
because
in the first part they kind of show you that like he really wants to like.
Well, because part of it is he's young,
useful.
and then the other one is he in his training, like he believes he can.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that he's got a bit of luck on his side where he's able to pull some of these things off, but it comes back to bite him later when they really start to deal with these the special ops guys, like particularly the Gulf pilot.
Yep.
And they have to protect those gun cannons, and he just wrecks their unit. So
he also like shows at least that he's very willing just to kind of like send it. Like, he really throws himself into it, which I think is important, because if he was like a back of the line, like is just kind of giving orders, his unit wouldn't trust him, and like, but yeah,
he's really good because
he's such a great character.
He's an infantry commander essentially, and he does a good job. They show that well, particularly because he's the replacement for their last commander. So the unit, as they're going to get a new commander. They understand the realities on the ground, and now they've got this new guy that's coming in. They're like, well, let's see how long he lasts, because
the last few hadn't lasted very long, right?
Yeah, it was. I think the last guy ended up broken down too with some PTSD. They mentioned a little bit. So you get some really interesting context clues that get dropped. And having been from a military family and stuff, I really enjoy where they've got a lot of those elements that are true to the soldier's story.
Yeah, I feel like they did something sort of similar with Requiem for Vengeance, which I really appreciated, like from Zaku's side.
Yeah.
Or like it felt like a tight knit, like what were they called? It was like the something Wolves. Was it the Red Wolves?
Yeah, and they were a spec ops team that had trained together.
Yeah, and so they were like really close. They could kind of just like read off each other.
Yeah. Quick question here coming in from Persona though. Where would you recommend that you start? Because the entry grades are great. But
newer entry
if-
grades are great. I think, like the Gundam Wing and the RX93.
Mhm.
Like getting into the RX93, it's actually really similar to like, what's the next grade? Is it master grade? No, not master grade.
Yeah.
High
so-
grade?
High grades. Yeah.
But to be honest, like just jumping into a high grade, like, I mean, you can get a lot done just with a basic pair of snips and an X-Acto knife.
My first gunpla was the RX78 real grade.
Nice.
Which I still only have half assembled. But I've also done modeling before, so I was really comfortable with getting, getting the parts that loose from the sprues, making sure that things were cleaned up, and I understood sort of what it takes to get these things to fit and have the finish that I want and that sort of stuff.
100%.
If you're not super familiar with modeling, that's what the entry grades are there for.
Yep.
They're still fully posable, and they can be customized. So, if you spend the time on them, you can go through and you'll start to learn your scribing techniques and add some detail to those models, some of your painting techniques or weathering stuff. The cost is nominal, 10 to 15 US here in the States. The entry grade is
the entry
even just
are,
for something to do, like, hey, I want to build a weekend project, like grab one of those.
You can definitely knock one out over a weekend.
Yeah.
Like if you, depending on the amount of free time, like if you have like even a fair amount of free time, you can knock out a high grade. Like if I was gonna like build a roadmap for somebody, it would definitely be like entry grade, then a high grade, and then invest in some more tools if you're really enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
Like specifically like just like some basic sanders like this, if you can get a pack, an X-Acto knife, like I mean really that's it. And then I would go for the real grade. I do think real grades take a little bit more attention to detail, kind of like they are mini perfect grades is the best way to think of it.
And you'll see that too, like the RX78, you build the core fighter, but you build the core fighter and it ends up being smaller than this piece. Man, it goes into the Gundam.
I thought about bringing it and I should have.
It's all good. One of the things that's nice about the high grades too is they end up in a 1/100 scale, so they're slightly bigger models and they're a little easier to work with as you get into managing the detail.
Was master grade. Is it master?
Is it master grade?
I think high grade's still the 144th. They have just a little bit more
you're
detail.
You're right. Yeah, because the high grade is basically their standard model.
Right.
And then the master grades are 1/100 scales.
Not to be too.
My mistake.
Not to be too.
Well, they changed it recently, and I was like, I just got a handle on it, and then they changed it.
Oh my goodness.
They're like, we're not gonna have these anymore because we're gonna do more real grades, so we're gonna change the way our lineup is a little bit. And I'm like, I don't understand anymore.
No, the high grades are a ton of fun. Like, we got our son the unicorn high grade. Dude, if you want to start like assembling stuff too, and he had a ton of fun with it. Like it took us like a couple weeks just because we could just do a few steps and then we'd have to kind of like take a break, which is totally reasonable for his age and attention span. And he was able to get that together and had a ton of fun doing it.
And for context, he's 8, right? 7. So it's these kits are great, and they're very accessible. And like we talked about before, these are even at the entry grade, you can get a lot out of them if you put the time into them.
Yeah, I mean, entry grades are great. Kind of like once you do a couple, they're excellent like scratch pads almost.
Oh yeah, because as an artist, you always have to be sketching and stuff. So I can see definitely where they're a great way to like stay up on your basic assembly skills.
Yep.
But also they're a great way for you to be experimental and try new things.
100%. Well, and like I've been modeling and building kits, forever, but I haven't really done scribing, and so I'm kind of using my RX78 entry grade as an opportunity to like really get into that.
Yeah. I think I've got most of the parts.
I get this one.
Oops,
just be careful of the. I don't want you slicing. Okay. Yeah. That one looks
Alright,
good.
so foot assembly starts over here. Okay, we got
Okay,
that.
I haven't got this one.
So we're looking at, I believe, these guys.
Yeah, I started here, but yeah, you're right. You may need these, which I have not gotten to yet. So I will put this down and do that in case.
And then check that they've got these features here, which are really cool, where you're gonna have parts sliding across each other. So these are the stops, and it's all integrated. You know, Tesla wishes their robots had this sort of movement.
They should just go to Bandai.
They really do. Like if Bandai gets into the game and does like assist robots.
Have they never
Right.
done? I wonder if they have done larger scale, like plastics manufacturing, or if they just do the.
I'd have to see. That's not something I'm familiar with, but here's a quick bit of trivia for anybody out there. The plastics for the military, the MM16, originally shipped out with soldiers in the Vietnam era, were manufactured by Mattel, the same company that made Barbie,
Nice.
because they were a big plastics manufacturer that could tool up and do plastics.
There's this one. This is later for the toe, I think.
Yeah, so here's like,
I'm
okay,
trying
here's
to
like the main
find
foot.
this little square guy. This guy.
Yeah, and we had some pieces here. Is this maybe?
I don't think this is it. These are from this XE.
Okay, yeah, I'm at XC. Because
I'm sure I can
I'm gonna
find
put
it
it
if I top. I don't think we'll need you. Maybe we will in the next step though.
yeah, so I'm
It's
kinda
not
like,
this guy. Bottom of the foot. Bottom of the foot.
oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's the where the booster goes.
This is for the heel. Maybe.
I gotcha.
Yep. This needs to go on here, so I'll do that here in a minute.
Yeah, because that's gonna be like
I
the
don't know.
tippy toe.
These are for
But it should have a claw in it, which would be
bottom.
yeah. So
Side, other side.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe we just need to snip it off, or
yeah. So we're
'Cause
at
we need-
an XC1. So here's
Yeah,
XC1.
XC.
Maybe I didn't pull it yet. No, number was it?
13.
Okay, so here's 12. There's a 14, 15.
Because I'm
Three.
pretty sure I
Maybe it's on this other
got it
sprue
all.
here.
Pretty sure I got all of them off when I
14.
did it.
9.
If not, I can go rummaging in the box. Is it? It's not this
No, that's
guy.
15.
No, it is this guy.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. The color was helpful in this case.
Yeah, so I should be able to get this sort of ready to go. Then A7, which is going to be
My first
this guy.
Gunpla, I want to say it was back in 2000, maybe 2001, and it was the Death Sight Hell. And I tried
Those
to
are-
paint it with Tester's enamel.
Oh,
and
no.
It did not go well.
Just a little bit of melting.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So here's
No, that's
this.
not that right guy. That's the right hook up front.
That. This will come later. And then let me get back to our regularly scheduled programming with this.
Yeah, good to start with. I want to
Yeah,
say thanks for
my-
everybody who's checking in with us.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys are building some gunpla out there. This kit is incredible. I know there's a lot of shorts online right now that kind of people show their progress as they get to different stages, but we wanted to show sort of the process and make this a place you can hang out too. So thank you for hanging out.
Oh man, do we want to get like some tunage going?
Oh yeah.
I know we've talked in the past about our passion for synthwave, so that would be fun.
Ooh, yeah. Let's.
Yeah, my dad always he did like
Something
World War
with
II planes when I was a kid, and he would
Oh.
have us help out. For some reason, he like stopped doing it. but I think that was around when we had moved to Brazil. Sorry, if you
No,
want.
you're alright. I'm waiting for the.
Like, I know you- and so he had gotten out of it and just never picked it back up. And I've tried to be like, hey, Dad, you should do this. You enjoyed this in the past. And he has a very hard time taking time for himself these days. But of course, model kits they're fun. They're like, I remember them being like a huge cost back then, but I feel like it's still pretty good overall now.
Yeah, because you can get like some of the old Tomcats or Messerschmitt or P38 kit.
Yeah.
For about what we'd buy a Gunpla kit for.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that. Okay, and then heal. Which one though?
the last time, we did some Gundam Lo-Fi. Let's see if we can get some.
I think this guy.
Gundam Simply.
No, I feel like it's always something that I've done too, just like for my brand, is I try to, especially when I'm streaming, is like I want to show like a realistic perspective of what it actually looks like to put something together. And so that was something that I really appreciate how you wanted to approach this, is like it's cool seeing the finished product, but like understanding what like can go into it sometimes too, if you're like considering it and you're like, how much time / effort is this going to take?
Oh, for sure.
But then also it can be like, it might be intimidating to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's like,
I was definitely given a bit of pause when the box arrived. And it was as big for this model as the box of all my card product that I receive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I might have made a mistake.
Huh? No, this was definitely volumes different than like, like a Warlord Titan even. Like a Warlord Titan box is maybe just as big as like this box alone.
Yeah.
And it's significantly more expensive, which is insane to me. But that's GW for you. And so it's like just unreal how immense the level of. I still feel like we do this every time. It's like, can you believe how incredible the articulation is on this?
Well, it strikes me every time, and when we mentioned it like the first video, this isn't just something that was designed. This kit was engineered.
Oh, 100%. There's no way it's not. Like, in order to like have all the parts move, it's months, if not years, of
here's the thing.
CAD modeling and.
And I've said this before because we tell kids like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And like, oh, a fireman and all this stuff. But no one ever told me I could have been a Lego master builder. No one ever told me that if I had gotten an engineering degree, I could design stuff like this.
Right.
You think you're going to go, building bridges or buildings, maybe an automotive engineer, all great. But giant robot models, like, come on.
What's hilarious to imagine as well is that there are people out there that like get into this and they're like probably not Gundam fans. They're probably just applying to like an engineering job. Like so there's probably people like in these offices and like of course they're probably fans now. That show up and they're like, yeah, like I'm here for the engineering job, and they're like, it entails what? It's like, okay, like I guess it pays. Like
that's the other thing too. The parents that'll get after kids because they just want to sit there and play video game music. I forget the gentleman's name, but he ended up being second chair in the Nintendo orchestra. And his mom would always give him a hard time for playing, the Mario theme and stuff while he was practicing violin. He was second chair violin in the Nintendo orchestra.
Oh my goodness!
And toured the world performing for Nintendo as part of their series.
That's incredible.
I was like, so not only can you be a musician, you can be a musician at a high level and still love your games, love your hobbies, and it's just a cool thing.
It really is. Like,
okay, that's upside down.
Well, and this is, I had people like when I went to, paint miniatures professionally full time, where they were like, "You're gonna do what and how?" And it's like, that's a thing you can do. And it's like, yeah, it's like I already had like by then I had met so many people within the industry that it was like, of course it is. But you know, to a lot of people, it just sounds like, you know, you want to be like a unicorn painter. Like, will that pay your bills? And it's like,
oh yeah, because there are those practical pressures that we all face. But
yeah.
Well, it more and more, but you know, not even just more and more, but it's always been the outlets are there, which is so cool, and I'd love to be able to encourage people to be a little bit more bold, I guess, in pursuing those.
I think so. I mean, what I've found is so much of it is just like putting yourself in the environment with those people, and like, you know, for it can be tough because a lot of us are introverted, or you know, there might be like some social anxiety, but most of the time these people are like super kind and generous. Like there will be a-holes. There's always a-holes.
Yeah.
Don't sweat them. Like, and they're interested in, like, if you just show up enough and you start, you know, if you put in the effort, they'll see the effort being put in and they'll want to engage with you. Like, and then eventually you become a person that people want to come and engage with because you have interesting ideas. And so it's so circular, like, but yeah.
All right, I'm completely failing on how this assembly goes together, Anthony. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
So XC1 with the
okay, you got the right
down,
one
and
there.
I get that, and then the sandwich is obvious, but
Probably
getting that
like
piece into there, I've totally missed it.
This, and then this wraps around. I think like should be either like that,
because it's
like
gonna
that,
end up in the ankle somewhere, like.
and then this faces forward like that. Okay, there you go. I think I got you started off at least.
Yeah, I was just like,
Yes.
not get it
Yes.
to head in there properly.
No, you're good, man.
And this is why we have support from our friends.
I do what I can.
But like we were talking about a second ago, you know, getting into those environments. You know, I'm an automotive technician. I'm a master automotive technician. I do diagnostics. I focus on engines. I program the computer that runs engines. And then, you know, a couple years ago, we started teaching people D&D, which sounds kind of silly when you first hear about it, but you're like, you know, how to tell a story, how to convert a story into a game. And now we've got a whole game store, and we're like, it's been one of the coolest things that we've been able to do, because I got to meet lots of cool people, including yourself. And that's the thing, just like being in the environments and being around the people that'll encourage you. This is one of the things where we're really excited for Tremendicon coming up at the end of the month here local to us, but any convention where you can go and find people that have done it, people that are doing it, people that are willing to help you. You know, whether it's cosplay, art, publishing, any number of things.
Of it. Yeah, it really is. Like, it was hard for me. You know, both of my parents are immigrants to some extent. Like, and so to them, none of that felt realistic or possible.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And so that was kind of the message that I was implicitly told growing up, like, the whole time. And like, so I had to figure out how to do all of this by myself. And a lot of it, you know, it's fun now that I have a son, where it's like, cool, like, if he has questions about this, I can actually, like, help him out. Like, do you mind if I grab this?
No, you're all good. Oh yeah, 17. I love that they do this. So what Anthony's working on here, they include scales in the book for some of the piping and things that we need to cut, so that you can take the parts included, measure it exactly, and then get it installed.
No, it really is genius. I wonder how many times they had to do test prints to make sure that was, like, the right length.
I think at this point Bandai's probably got it down pat.
Oh,
they're so. I know there's a little bit of testing, but I'm sure it wasn't very many iterations. So I'm here with these parts, doing parts things. I've got the wrong side again because I'm good at mixing them up. All right.
Let's see. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put these both right here for the time being,
Yeah.
and then we need.
So these. That's not right. So
Probably need two of them.
here onto. So I've got that one, and then. Okay, for that assembly. It is okay. It is calling for that peg. I got you. There we go.
Question: do you guys stock those Red Bulls?
Not yet, but I should be soon.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
if you
we're-
were,
we're-
I was gonna go buy one. 'Cause, man,
For sure.
I've been on a bit of a coffee hiatus.
Right. Okay, so now that's coming together.
I'll use my rough cuts. I'm trying to clean up some of these sprues, but I'm trying to keep the numbers with them.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it helps make everything with this more manageable.
Like we talked about too. It's
I'm
nice
gonna
to
go grab a team bag. That's
Oh, sure. Troy has them at the front counter. He may not know exactly what we're talking about initially.
No worries.
Interesting. That didn't quite go on there the way I expected. Where's that gonna go? So critical to get these parts in here correctly. So. What I need to do, I think, is prep this piece. Yeah, that's what it is. So I take that there. What are some of the other good Gundam rivalries? Because I think everything. I see a lot of the Gundam shows, and I see a lot of the repeat of like Char Amuro. Are there other Gundam rivalries that you see outside of that sort of paradigm that are?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I know there's the Rula Crusade.
And he's definitely different from Char, but he's very
different
much
from
the
Char. He's
of
like
that
kind of
show.
Char clone-y.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember it. Like I haven't really seen him even engage much with
Kira or Athrun?
Kira.
Yeah.
I know sometimes him and Kira or Athrun will disagree on something, but like maybe I just haven't gotten far enough in that show to see that dynamic yet.
Yeah, because now we got Ray something Zala, which I think is Ray Lucrezette in incognito mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Char did that as
Is it
Quattro.
Like Quattro.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's
okay.
That's not Char. That's Quattro Jr. I feel like there's Orga, and I'm trying to remember the one guy that's with kind of the government, the Earth government, the blonde guy that is trying to take control of it. But I feel like there's a little bit of a rivalry there,
Okay.
where they're, and then, oh, what's his name? Mikazuki is just kind of like, I'm just here to kill stuff.
Oh yeah, well Mika. Okay, so we're talking about Iron-Blooded Orphans there. Mikazuki, and then it was the Galahorn guy. What the heck was his name?
Yes. That's what I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
He's
the rivalry was
sort of
because
Char clone-y, but I mean, really only in the aspect of like he has political machinations and blonde hair. Like,
yeah,
he doesn't look a lot like Char and like.
Yeah, he didn't wear the mask in that one, which I kind of appreciated. It was felt fresh to not have that show up again in the Gundam show.
What was an interesting idea, I think, with that was that the face that he presented was the mask.
Right, because everything was hidden. So,
like, I'm not trying to argue the point. Like, he wasn't physically wearing a mask.
No,
like
yeah. So in that regard, I guess you're true. But the other one that was interesting is he betrayed that guy at the end of season 1, and he comes back wearing a full helmet.
Yes. Yeah, there's kind of a rivalry there, but it's like
just remember
on the same team. Like,
well, Char never betrayed anyone.
Yes,
exactly.
So,
I mean,
as we all know.
Yeah, but yeah, for sure that was one of those things where he was definitely treating people as pawns, and that caused its own issues. So that is outside of your typical like Char paradigm that we see copied and reproduced.
So.
Oh, that's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the other. There's Hito and what's his butt? Other Char clone.
Zex.
But it's not like a strict rivalry.
No, their dynamics in that show were interesting because they were personifications of different concepts at a certain point.
I think so.
When they break down, the absolute pacifism of Relina and Peacecraft, Zex's self-confliction,
yep.
Treize's desire for power and persistent warfare.
Well, it's so interesting. Like, yeah. And I think maybe that is the rivalry for that series. Is like what?
Yeah, it's
like the rivalry is between the different philosophies.
Yeah,
to some extent.
which philosophy is right, which is proper for humanity and for prosperity. Humans will be in conflict, so what's the right way to navigate those? It's from any of the Gundams that I've seen, it's probably the most philosophy heavy show, because you'll have sections of the episode where the characters are sitting there having these discussions. It's full exposition for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're not discussing some problem or anything. They're trying to figure out, what do we do about the Earth sphere and Oz and.
Yeah. Your idea sucks. It's like, oh, your idea sucks.
Yeah, pretty much. So
like, let's just go blow each other up with Gundams for a little while.
Yeah, giant robots. They're like, oh yeah, we have giant robots. Explosions. Even when you see Endless Waltz, and you see the girl being manipulated, Mayor Maria, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to take over the world, and it's the resurgence of the Treize philosophy.
Yep. And it's like they kind of go towards the Peacecraft, and it's like, it turns out, if you can't keep yourself safe, you're kind of screwed.
Because at a certain point, like Relina becomes queen, and the Earth gets rid of its weapons.
Yes.
And then
like, let's see how that works out.
Yeah, and then Endless Waltz happens, and they just land a bunch of mobile suits around the world, and they go, "We're in charge now." And you go,
they
dang
kind of
it.
just have to be like, "Well, we can't do anything about this." So.
Yeah, what they had to do was go and stop their stuff from being thrown into the sun.
Yep.
So, hopefully they learned from that one. But
no, something that I had an interesting thought. I'm not trying to make this political by any means. It ends up being a very interesting dialogue almost, because there's people that are pro-gun, anti-gun,
sure.
But it ends up being a very interesting philosophical debate around that idea of self-armament, from a very big scale, where it's like, well, if there's no guns, we won't kill each other, but it's like if there are any weapons anywhere, then we will be assaulted. And it's like you can hide kind of within that micro ecology, but you still have to have a wall of guns. They just can't be within your little bubble of security, and so it's it's just taking all of the debates to a maximum.
particularly in Wing, where they got so opposed, like they're very diametric.
Right.
And that's one of the things that's great about good fiction in general is it makes you ask questions. This is why cyberpunk is one of my favorite genres, because it's not about the future. Cyberpunk is a reflection about today.
Yes.
By imagining how terrible a future you could have. And I think that's what Gundam does. It makes us look at armament, warfare, conflict, and go, how can we be better?
Yep. No, I'm like, yeah, it's good. I feel like good sci-fi in general does that. Like, we rewatched The Fifth Element, and of course Theo had never seen it. He thought it was awesome. It was hilarious though because he remembered Bruce Willis from Die Hard.
Oh yeah.
And so there's that part on the ship where he finally gets a gun. He's like, "Now I have a machine gun." Ho ho ho. You're like, "Oh my god, that's such a good reference, kid. I'm so proud of you right now." But Lilu's character mentions on that where it's like every time, like, you know, like almost kind of like self-debate of that nihilistic, like every time humans get a tool, you turn it into a weapon and then you use it on each other. And you know, he's like, yeah, that's just like the human condition, like, but there's things that are worth like fighting for and protecting. And you know, it's I think that's part of why the narratives keep getting spun around is, you know, there's never one right answer that's going to make everybody happy, but it's better than the I feel like I've been in like a big media phase lately. Jill and I watched this show on Apple TV called Pluberis, and it's kind of like a hive mind kind of. These aliens send this radio message, and they finally find it, and it's like an RNA sequence to.
Oh, cool.
And they end up like, or they're like, oh, interesting. Like, let's set this up. Nothing bad will happen. But it essentially ends up being something that makes all humans into like a hive mind. And so it's this really interesting kind of back and forth on like, well, if there's no individuality, then everything's peaceful, but then everything's kind of like boring.
Right.
And like certain sacrifices end up being made as the hive mind that like humans would never make. I won't get into it in case you want to watch it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting.
And so, but there's a small group of people that aren't converted, and one of them is an author, and she's a very, very disagreeable person. And at a certain point, she's like, well, I guess I'll keep working on the next book. And like, the hive mind, you know, is just like thrilled because they haven't had anything new to read. And
oh yeah, everybody's read everything literally at that point.
And is not only that, is like a PhD subject matter expert on every piece of content written ever.
Oh yeah.
And so it's so interesting because there's nothing novel for them. Everything's already known.
That's an interesting examination of the human condition by removing it completely almost.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, we might like, you know, do terrible things to each other, but it's like we're pretty dang creative, and it's pretty incredible how diversely creative we are.
Yeah, the good parts of us are really good, and the bad parts of us are super bad sometimes. So, yeah. So just try to be the best person you can, and maybe you'll get a Gundam of your own one day.
Yep. Exactly.
No, real grade Barbatos. Check out the Master Grade SD Barbatos.
Yes.
Dude, those SD kits are on my list.
Are those the chibi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to build one of those because you keep talking about them.
I've got the Freedom out there.
I might need
There's an RX93 and a Wing as well. So like the Barbatos Lupus. There's the... I think it actually might just be the Barbatos 4th form. But yeah, in the Master Grade, so all the detail you could ask for in the SD because it's super deformed. And it looks super cool.
Oh no, was that not cleaned well enough?
It was something I missed. Okay, there we go. Cleaning it up.
See, XC and XP. Actually, you know what I can do because I have technology? I can take a picture of this.
He's skipping ahead.
I'm just trying to get pieces out and ready while you're working on that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to make sure I got the toe. Yep, and then the toe into there along with the hook.
XC.
There we go. Now I got a good fit on those.
XC 3 and 4. These are separate little guys. It's XC2 and 3.
Ooh, there's one that got missed. Or, nope, just a thing I picked up off the table. Here we go. I just finished a master grade Buster. Ooh, still need to tighten up some things. Super cool.
That Gundam's cool. I feel like it's like the is it Heavy Arms and Wing?
Yeah.
Like it has similar vibes to that.
One of the things
Did they do Seed right after Wing?
I would have to imagine that they did.
Because it was like early-ish 2000s, wasn't it?
Okay, did I do something wrong here? Oh no, just bam. That's so cool.
Nice.
To the Google machine. So Seed, as we heard earlier, we got 92 for G Gundam, 95 for Wing, but in the States we got Wing before we got G Gundam. So Gundam Seed, come on dang. (2002). So
Yeah, it had to be right after Wing.
it had to have been like the next project. Yeah. So
It definitely has that
2002.
early 2000s era vibe.
And then Cartoon Network got it in 04. So we got Wing, G Gundam, and then Seed in the US in that order.
And then there were all of the original Gundam releases kind of scattered through.
Most recent update, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom, was released on January 26, 2024. So still ongoing work for that series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2024.
Wow, I
So.
did not know that.
I don't know.
Yeah, it
if
sounds like several things have happened. People are having children,
Oh yeah, yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
The I'm excited for the next part of Hathaway that's coming out.
Yes.
I was really confused when I started to watch it on Netflix. I was like, oh yeah, new series, no movie. I was like, oh what?
Yeah, they kind of did the thing where they broke it up a little bit into a series, didn't they?
They might have done it like a 3 or 4 episode of it, but I ended up watching it in one go as a movie, and so we got part 2 coming.
I feel like it's better that way.
What's interesting is going back and watching the Universal Century timeline, and you see Hathaway and his sister show up. Mirai ends up on Earth for the most part. You know, they're having problems during the Grips Rebellion, which is Zeta getting back into space for Bright, and that's that's Neo Zeon. So I'm thinking Charge Counterattack when they launch him back into space.
Yep.
But yeah, for Hathaway to show up and he does some weird stuff, and you're like, what are all these kids, puppy dogging on these girls for? And then of course, because it's Gundam, they managed to hop into an advanced military craft and go out onto an active battlefield.
They really need better. It's so funny how it's almost like retrofuturistic at this point, where it's like they would just put a thumbprint scanner on that now. Like,
yeah. Anymore, we've advanced beyond.
Or even like they have with Face ID, where it's a micro.
That was one thing I did appreciate.
It's like a micro lidar system that's actually scanning your face to see if it's you.
That was one of the things that was interesting in Unicorn, is that Benager got registered to the unit, and that registration couldn't be undone.
Right.
That's why they stuck with Benager when they were looking for Laplace's box. You know.
Yep.
And so pilot registration and stuff made sense. We see it too in G-Quux. She just jumps straight into the G-Quux.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, that one looks stronger.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Yeah, I'm going to hop into this advanced Xeon prototype military mobile suit. And, oh, look, the key's in it. No.
All your base are belong to me.
Like, what is happening? And then, of course, Zeta...
And then activates the
the Gundam... Yeah, the Gundam Mark II got stolen by Camille, and he just, like, flies it out.
Yeah.
And then AUG gets it. And then Double Zeta, the one guy, he goes to steal it, and is really successful there, too. I feel like
What's up, Johnny?
Oh, we got some...
Johnny X.
Hey, J.O.
X. I know the X's are probably not supposed to be red,
Ah, we're all good.
but...
Yeah, I've got some extra pieces here that I need to stop talking and actually put on the mobile suit.
Yeah, once you get to a point where you get your foot together...
Oh, maybe I am
Then
done.
we'll
Because I've got some extra pieces here I wasn't familiar with.
Yep. This, I don't know what these are for. I know these... Once you get to this point, we'll both start working on our own.
Gotcha.
And then I've got a bunch of stuff trimmed for the next page as well.
The fit on this stuff is so great.
It's insane.
Like, try to show that off. It just... Get these to come up in here. Okay. Oops. Oh, got the hook still. And then
Cutting out parts from Zero Plan's Wolf Claw for my HG Amazing Barbados Lupus Custom. Whoa, that sounds really cool.
I myself am a little far away from doing a full custom, but I like some of the Tallgeese wing smash togethers that I've seen.
That's cool.
So you get like a Tallgeese 3 with the wings from a Wing Zero Endless Waltz on it, and those always end up looking really cool.
I feel like I got introduced to that with the Gundam Build Fighters.
Oh,
It was
that's
like-
the one I was trying to tell you. I finally saw
Dude.
the first episode of that.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I thought it was neat.
It's really funny too because of how many throwbacks there are to like other Gundam series there are.
Yeah, I love where they're walking around the Gundam base, and the kid's gonna go pick out his first model kit. And I was just like, there are so many models. What do you? You're walking past all the good stuff, you know. And he's like, no, that's what I want. I was like, I guess. But it was interesting. His buddy brought in a GM3 from the Unicorn era.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's a cool nod right there.
Oh yeah.
You know, not many people choose the GMs.
Dude, the Jins are really cool though. Like,
Yeah, they like the Zaku. I think they get kind of glossed over because they're always getting blown up by some new type with fin funnels. You're like, oh, it's the Kshatriya. You know, oh well, there goes all your Jigans. Never mind. And then your GMs and stuff. But you know, if you're flying the experimental Cobra attack helicopter and everyone else has got your standard Blackhawks, the Blackhawk is still an excellent airframe.
oh yeah.
Like,
Well, and I feel like they kind of show a little bit more of that even in, like we were talking about, MSO8.
oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
where, like, of course they're piloting like the ground-based Gundams, and
Yeah.
like they're very very strong
Yeah,
like,
'cause
mobile
they were-
suits, but because you don't have like crazy people piloting them, you feel the vulnerabilities and
Yeah.
the strengths though also of some of the more standard, mobile suits.
And I felt it really showed the Zaku's, like the Xeon pilots and their capabilities.
Yes. Yeah, I like it when the Xeon forces aren't just used as like props.
Yeah,
like-
because they're not foils to the story. They're also people.
Yes. Well, and that goes back to that kind of Band of Brothers like feeling that some of the shows have, where you feel like, I think a part of it is like desperation,
Yeah, some of those moments are pretty desperate.
But then there's also kind of like that chaos of like, yeah, you could just like walk around the wrong corner and just get like blown up or like shot or And so having that element of randomness, I think, within the combat is really important.
Yeah, they should be pretty good in the first couple episodes when they make it onto the Earth, and the guy's still getting used to operating in gravity.
Oh yeah,
and the battlefield situations. And like a Zaku just stands up next to him, and he's like, "What the?"
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that Zaku 2 right there is a problem. That close.
First time.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. May I see your hall pass?
License and registration.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
Some of the things that in that show do kind of drive me crazy a little bit. They're like, we can't find him. You're like, what do you mean you can't find him? Because he gets separated from the unit in the first episode or 2, whatever it is. Like, what happened to being able to make sure? Oh wait, never mind. Because they always just get stolen by 16-year-old boys anyway. So I had to remind myself. It's like the Gundam universe, the Federation forces in general seem like they got some work to do.
Yeah, well, and I always wonder if that's like actually intentional, because you're like, why wouldn't they just put? Oh, what's the Apple, like the little tags that they have?
Oh yeah, like put an Apple Air tag on your
just put an
giant
Air
robot.
tag on your Gundam, please, so we can find you. But it's like, in my mind, it's always the Feddies just being lazy, like, and kind of complacent.
You really get that feeling from them throughout most of the Universal Century stuff, where the Federal forces are just they're either going to use the giant super weapon or they're going to waste.
You can keep going, man.
Waste.
Oh, here you have.
Waste forces.
Have this guy.
Where's he go?
On the heel. I think like on the toe.
Yeah. Man.
Well, and like to come full circle back around to Hathaway, I think that's kind of where Hathaway kind of ends up, where it's like very similar places, Char, where it's like nothing's ever going to change. They're just going to keep doing this. Like,
particularly by the time we see him in Counterattack, because he spent time in the AUG battling the Titans, trying from the inside the system. And then when Amuro sees him later, he's like, "We fought together. What do you do?" And he's like, "They're not going to change. They're irredeemable."
Yep.
And that was his plan. He's like, "We have to have a new type of awakening, or no one's ever going to understand each other, and we're going to be caught in this cycle."
Yep. Well, and he's ultimately kind of right.
Yeah.
Like,
and that.
I mean, once you get to Unicorn and I mean, even Hathaway is kind of a byproduct of that, I think.
Right, because
Feel free to keep going.
It's all good. Let's see, do we get... Ooh, yeah. It was interesting with at the end of Unicorn and the reveal of Laplace's box, and you get to Hathaway, and you're like, shouldn't there have been, I don't know, earth-shattering changes through this?
So you need to watch... what is
Narrative?
it? Narrative.
Okay, yeah.
I get into that a little bit. I think narrative happens in between Unicorn and
because that Gundam, they go back and they've got a pseudo psycho frame unit, and that Gundam, as I understand it, was so that they could. It didn't create new type resonance or psycho frame resonance, but it was supposed to react to them, and that was a machine they used for studying.
I think so.
Different things, but
I need to rewatch it because I kind of halfway had it on. And I just remember some of those key things happening of like, well, the thing that we thought was going to happen is exactly what happened, where we all had these high hopes. And
this is just the foot. Look at all these articulation points.
So crazy, man. Okay, where are we? So then we have blue.
There you go.
Blue's gonna go where? Okay.
Like.
So it looks like it goes.
Oh, probably before the stupid white pieces that I put on.
This is just on the right leg, so we're gonna need more cuts on the tubing.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll do the right one. that's okay.
For sure. We're getting these, and then you'll want to get your foot booster in there.
Yeah, we
progressing
can
your...
kind of just like...
Oh yeah, man, go ahead, Johnny. I'd love to see that. That's going to be the best place for that. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah, if you guys are on the I Want to Be a GM Discord, our fantasy art and channel is a lot of like some 3D or AI generated, some hand-drawn stuff from all of our channel members. And I'd love to see your Gundam progress on there. Because this is all what it's about, right? Like, we're going to be doing modeling. We got a lot of crossover where we're going to do maybe some dioramas and things. Painting, all these, the stuff that we'll be talking about when it comes to building this model can be applicable to all of the other hobbies that we play, whether it's Battletech, Warhammer 40K, just getting some nice minis together for our D&D games, and that sort of stuff.
Speaking of tabletop stuff, I am very excited for Assemble.
Oh yeah, Gundam Assemble coming out. Oh, I've got everything pre-ordered, like literally everything. And that's gonna be October, so it's gonna be cool.
Okay, let's see what this does in terms of. Oh, that's cool. Look.
Oh, that looks way. Oh, the details. The details.
It just never stops.
Nice. I'm gonna take a step out real quick. I got this food, but I also need to get some stuff started for the store.
And feel free to. Yeah. Do you guys have any events going on today?
No, not on a Tuesday, so we're pretty chill today. Let me come back here, guys.
Also, thank you guys for coming and chatting and hanging out. I think we've been doing this for several weeks now, and this is the first time where we've actually had people like hang out and engage and stuff. And you know, I streamed on Twitch for years. Like just having people just to hang out with just makes a stream like even more special. Like it just makes it a ton of fun. So thank you guys. Oh man, he already did his. It's fast. That is so sick. And then we need the sticker, which we will probably end up gluing. I feel like I took this out and was utilizing it a little bit. One thing that I would like to do, and Boris had sent me a video of a RX93, and it was like one of the insane ones from one of the Gundam bases in Japan. And it had like an Amuro. It looked like it was like a 74 mil. I think it would be so cool to actually like 3D print and paint like an Amuro Ray model, like in his, you know, pilot suit and everything from Char's Counterattack, just like put next to the Gundam. And like I'm pretty sure this comes with like a little itsy bitsy 2 scale Amuro Ray, which is really cool. But like having an idea of the character is so much better. Okay, let me see. I've got to search for. I guess I technically don't have to do this right now. I swear that I saw it earlier. These guys, chow. Aha, here it is. I found it. It was just hiding from me just a little bit. Posted. Okay, sweet. Just give me 1 second. Johnny and I will, Johnny87 and I will take a look. I just want to. Okay, so I think all of these are already used. Let's see. 81. Oh, you know what I think that is? I think it's just a no, metallic 3D sticker location. Oh, yes. Okay, so that's a standard sticker. Okay, so we're not gonna probably go the sticker route unless we need to. We're probably gonna go the paint route. And so yeah, we'll just go ahead and keep on building then. Okay, so one thing that I didn't get yet, I'm going to take mine. Mine is the right. His is the left, and I guess I could. Okay, no, he already has those. I'll put those over there for him. I need the XP2. We'll leave the XC out in case we need them in our runner holder. And I will go dungeon delving. This is the box, by the way. The box is just immense. Oh, I told you I was going to take a look at that. Let me take a look. Get Discord pulled up. There we go. Which channel did you post it in? RPG game song. Fantasy art. Okay, sweet. Oh, that's awesome. That is super cool. Fire. That's really, what kind of paint is that? That looks really cool, man. For there's kind of like that like midnight purplish color you have going on. Let's see. H. I swear I had these alphabetized. X, Z, J, K, L, M, N, O. For some reason we have an empty screw in here. Get rid of this guy. F. You go on the side. E. You go on the side. X, F. 2X, F, X, G. Aha! XP. Another XP. Let's go ahead and move all these over to the side really quick while I'm in here. Just to give ourselves a little bit of a system. This is like a back and forth that I feel like always happens, where you just kind of have to like set up a system and then just keep using the system as you go, and keep reorganizing as you go. And it's just a part of the dance. Also, thank you for sharing your Gunpla. We love to see it. I really need to take. I took some kind of like fun pictures of the real grade RX78. Like, and it was super fun. Cheap craft paint. Walmart. I use Admiral Blue. And then I mix a clear blue purple chameleon mica powder and raw. Nice, that's super cool. If you haven't, and I will say that this is a company that has sponsored me in the past, but they are super kind people. And I'm not just saying that because they've sponsored me. I try to vet and have conversations with folks. There's this company called Turbo Dork, but when you say it fast enough, it just sounds like Turbodork. They're aware of it. They make some absolutely incredible, like, metallic paints that are like very nice quality. Like, they have a really nice durability to them. I would strongly recommend checking them out. I always love to give a little bit of reference because I feel like I'm not trying to be like a better than, like, it's more that, like, I see people put so much time and effort into stuff, and I want to make sure that it lasts. And oftentimes, like, the stuff that you get from Walmart, it can be great because it gives you an awesome start, and that's excellent. It's just when you want to kind of like take it to the next phase, you know what I mean? Like, and having done like miniatures painting for so many years, like, I've talked to a lot of people that they paint armies, you know, they paint stuff competitively to take to shows, and like that. And both of those cases might not be you, but what I'm trying to get at is that they've both shared this thought of like, oh man, like after like 3 or 4 years, the paint fades, and like now it doesn't look the same way as it did when I painted it, and it's kind of a bummer, right? That's what I want, like, you guys to avoid when I'm making these paint and color recommendations, is just like high quality stuff. Saves you from that pain, you know, down the road, because I definitely still have models, you know, on my shelf at home in my own like private display that, you know, they still look great. Like, I have to dust them and give them a little bit of a cleaning every now and then, but they still look as nice as the day that I painted them. I want you guys to have that same kind of joy of that. That is very much also my background, is miniature painting. But I have painted armies of stuff. I've won best of shows at large international miniatures painting shows. But I've also painted really large form stuff like Warlord Titans from Warhammer 40k. And overall, I've been a part of the miniatures and hobby community for, oh man, I think we're going on like, when was it? It was late 2013. So it's going on 13 years now, which is awesome. It's my lucky number. Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to check out my stuff at Pirate Monkey Painting. Probably the best places on Instagram. I've gotten into like doing some 3D printing and prop scale stuff as well. My son really wanted like a Mandalorian helmet for his birthday, and so at the time I had a buddy 3D printed on his filament printer, and then I smoothed and painted it so that he would have like a custom, you know, Mandalorian helmet, because that is just like one of his absolute favorite things. He is super hyped for the Mando and Grogu movie coming out soon. So am I. It's fun seeing people like kind of pop in and out. Can you guys hear the music okay, by the way? Like, I know it's not necessary to have it like absolutely like jamming, but it's nice to have a good balance, you know what I mean? pieces are just huge. I really wish Games Workshop would get on Bandai's level though, because man, it'd be so cool to have like a snap, like fit, like, or at least just like a fit, like, you know, perfect grade model kit like this for something Warhammer related. You know, whether it's like something that's smaller that they make larger, or even just like having, you know, a Warlord Titan size kit like in this, versus they always try to say like, oh, we do resin because it has finer detail and blah blah, but their quality control is garbage, and the 3D printed ones usually fit together much better. I have a bone to pick with GW in general, so I can kind of hear them. Okay, cool. Maybe we'll turn it up just a smidge here in a minute. What's so hard though is like I love the Warhammer 40k universe, because it is just fun. Like it is a cool, like, it's dark, it's gothic, you know, just hits a bunch of those notes. Okay, let's do some building finally. Yeah, buddy. Okay, we got this. We got one of these. Orient this the right way. We need to put this piece into it first, so we'll put one of those over there. This looks like it inserts here. Ooh, wow, it even snaps. Man, that feels nice. Okay, and then this looks like it lines up, sort of like this. It's pushing out the right way. I feel like something's a little bit off here. Let's find out why. Sometimes you'll have just like really minor stuff where it just needs a little bit of a sand or a scrape to fit the way that it should. Can be a little bit obsessive about it. There we go. I think that is closer. Sometimes too, I'll just take like, you know, I'll use like the back end of tweezers or something, and just kind of, and that was it. Yep, it just needed a little bit of extra pressure, like that. I'm glad I insisted a little bit, because that looks way sharper. You don't want to like overdo it though at the same time. Okay, then we need leg unit number 2, which is this, and so it's showing it kind of extended like so, and then this goes here like this, and then we need a leg unit, wire red. Okay, perfect. And then we take one of these guys. Okay, this is going to be visible, and so it's going to bug me, so I'm definitely going to clean this line a little bit, otherwise it's going to look terrible. With something this nice, I become a little bit pedantic with how I clean, because of course, like it's almost like professional muscle memory to some extent, like, and in this case it's, you know, just that I get to participate in this usually, which isn't something that I would normally be able to do, but also it's going to be something that's like displayed for the store, and so I really want it just to look excellent, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm trying to see which way this should go. So let's see here. Okay. So in this case, there are these little dots, and in the image, I'm not seeing them, so I'm going to put this one in here like this. And then now we have this goes here. Like so. And I think this is going to probably articulate in to here. Like so. And so I'm going to keep applying some pressure to both. Just like so. Okay. This should articulate. Oh yeah, that's nice. Ooh, that's extra nice. Man, I still feel like what I'm doing is kind of just barely angling this, and what I'll probably end up doing at some point is just taking like a little bit of sandpaper and just sanding it just ever so slightly. Okay. So then I don't know what's going to happen here yet. Okay, then we have XP2 that goes on the side. I'm assuming this is the wrong one. This is going to go here. I'm going to give it a spot check before I press. Always, always, always just checking and checking and checking and double checking and really creating a, I think I've talked about this a little bit before, but like I kind of have a bit of, I worked as a software engineer for a long time. Hopefully I'll continue to, but man, that job market is rough. I will kind of engineer a little bit of a process for myself where I am just kind of constantly checking and cross-checking and triple checking and just really making sure that things are aligned the way that they are or they should be. Oh my lord, look at this. So I'm pretty sure this is gonna slide something around like this, and then there's this and that. Isn't that bonkers? This double compression, like with these right here. Can you guys see that? So there's this one, and then there's also this one. And like the one in here is almost like the detail is so fine. Where's the camera? Here. The detail is so fine that like you almost can't see it in here, but you kind of can on the side. And it's just like, yeah, that's cuckoo. That's incredible. You have to make sound effects for it too, obviously. It also has check. Very important though. Always good to double check that stuff. I'd rather double, triple, quadruple check that type of thing versus just YOLOing it. E, this is still X. Let's see if there's E. Yep, right here. And they are all model part number 7. For the channel changer, and I'm not seeing it. Oh wait, maybe I do, but it's over there, over yonder. There we go. Look like little gears or cogs. And then I'm also going to go ahead and cut these guys out while we're here. When I end up with, like, you know, only a couple of parts from a sprue, instead of letting the sprue take up a ton of space, I will separate them and cut off the sprue identifier, and then try to, I've used sandwich bags in the past, but in this case, because we are at a card shop, we have team bags, and they can be reused as well, which is excellent. So now we can just kind of get rid of this cruftiness. Sometimes you can even double up a little bit, and then I put this in there with it, so that way I can identify which one it is. You can even order team bags off of things like Amazon. To be honest, I'm about to order some just for my own model making stuff at home because of how useful they are. Okay, there's those. I'm still gonna need one of these. We will come back in here. Because Matt is being a businessman, I'm gonna keep going through and cleaning the parts as I go for him as well, just so that when he comes back, he can just kind of sit down, because they are actually open for business right now. And his father is here, who's also his business partner, and that way he can just sit down and just like hang out and do the fun stuff. Not that the cleaning isn't fun, it definitely has its own fun, but it is time consuming, and that is definitely a piece of it. Something that I'll do here, especially if I have other stuff, you see how I'm putting my knife across the entire piece, and then I'll just put a little bit of pressure on where I need the knife to cut. That way I'm getting a very flush cut, you know, relative to some of the other stuff, and it makes cleanup. You know, if I needed to come in here with a sander, which I don't think that I'll need to, it makes the cleanup very, very easy. Okay. Just all these like little things that you feel out and learn the more you build model kits. That makes life faster and easier. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Then let's see. Okay, so it looks like it's giving me a it's giving me a specific orientation, which is just fine. It looks like just by slapping the part on here, I would have gotten to the same aspect of orientation. Nice, I'm digging it. That looks amazing. So now we need the XL component, but there's a subassembly here with E1, which is what we just put in here. So perfect. This is the fastest turnaround I've ever had on that. I'm going to take both of them out because I'm going to need to clean one. And I don't know if I'm going to need to clean the entire side of this yet. I'll probably wait till I get to that part of the assembly. I try to take like a least destructive path, but also I'm also kind of going into it with the idea that like we are going to need to do some extra cleanup and painting on this component because of just like the nature of what the component is. I'll seal this back up so that way it keeps the adhesive in good shape. Okay, so we need one of these. We need one of these, which yep, I've already done some cleanup on. And then we need XE. We're also going to need the big boys, the big chungies, which are XLs. Man, we are really burning through some sprues today. I'm loving it. XC, XP, XD. Organize a little bit here really quickly. Okay. XP. I forgot which one. XE for Echo. C, D, E, F. Okay, so yeah, we are right in between. XD. XD, XD, XD. I, J, H. E, F, G, H. I, J, K. That's what that one was as well. Okay, so we'll move this one back here. LMN. Oh, perfect. Okay, excellent. Hopefully. Hi there. I'm sorry, I don't read Korean, and so I don't know how to phonetically read that, or I'd greet you better. Never seen a person live streaming the new Gundam Perfect Grade Unleashed. Yeah, that is what we are trying to do. It's me and my friend Boris, and yeah, that's what we're doing, and we're having a blast. It is the most incredible model kit that I have ever worked on. I just finished putting together the RX93 real grade, and that was incredible. But yeah, this one definitely takes the cake. Yeah, and welcome. Okay, let's see. I think this is it. Let's see if I have the tag in here. Yep, right here. XE. Perfect. Perfect Grade Unleashed. We'll put these back in the baggie.
I'm back temporarily.
Yo! What you guys up to? You got stuff going on?
Yeah, my dad was showing me some of the things that we've got for the new floor layout.
Nice.
Going into the new store.
Okay,
So
so
we got some things here. I got a red and blue to add.
I have all of this ready for you.
Oh.
So if you just want to continue to assemble, good sir, that is
okay, so
exactly
let's
where
see.
the assembly is at right now, and I'm just
So I
getting
just
this
need
stuff,
to
getting this
add-
stuff ready.
So is
This is.
Does a red go on the
this is-
outside?
This is my foot. So here, so it'll give you a guidance on that, and then I think I had sweet, I had that stuff ready for you, so you can just send it.
It says wire. Which color? They're both
Red.
switched. Okay.
I am actually Korean, but I'm living in the UAE. Fantastic. Gunpla price is crazy here.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Oh man.
Yeah,
the gun price or the Gunpla prices. Like, what's the difference in price based on like a percentage? Is it like 20% more affordable, kind of thing? If you're
I'm sure
on
like
that part of the world?
not needing to ship it on a boat fees. Are,
I know,
oh
right?
my
Yeah, that makes a
gosh.
huge difference.
Wow.
What's crazy though is that relative to other companies' model kits, it's still so much more affordable.
Well, and not that it's like the value per dollar is still great.
I know.
I'm over here clicking stuff. It's not even making.
My nickname is New Gun because I like the New Gun. Oh, that's
Heck
awesome.
yeah.
Oh, it's like 15% more. Really? That's
Here in the
surprising.
U.S.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. Is it 50% more here in the States, or? I'm assuming that's what he means.
Yeah. So
Which still isn't terrible. I mean, that makes sense in terms of the transit and
yeah. So
logistics and.
I would imagine if I'm buying at the Gundam base in Japan or one of the cool setups in Korea, as opposed to the local hobby store.
I mean, it makes sense as well, seeing like some of the Gunpla enthusiasts that like visit Japan,
and
they get like a whole box full of Gunpla to send back to the States, where it's like, yeah, they probably end up with a relative net save. Like, they're still spending money, right?
Right. All right. I'm missing the blue wire. I had seen it. There it is.
There it is.
Ta-da!
It's hiding.
How do you like our custom playmats here? We make those at the store for the Gundam card game.
What's the price difference more? Yeah, it sounds like it's 15% more here.
Yeah.
So what would that be? Every $10, it's like $1.50
Yeah.
less.
So
for
$1.50 less there. So
Yeah.
if there was a $10 base price, we're gonna pay $11.50 for it.
So if it's like a high grade, like a $20 high grade,
Yeah,
you'd get it there for 17 versus 20.
Yeah. Do you guys like watching the full build process? I mean, the model kits, we've talked about this before a little bit, but like, they're cool when they're all done, but I like to see what it takes sometimes to get these things to the state we see them in. There you go. Let's see. Yes, in USA, Revive Granddaddies. Oh wow, so it's like quite a bit more.
Oh wow. Well, the other thing too, I was voicing a little bit, is that like we're kind of going not to an extreme, but like we're taking it to another level with like the attention to detail and like how we're assembling things. Like, we really want it to look sharp.
Yeah, I mean, the kit is there. We just gotta spend the time on it. We're making sure the fit and finish is where it should be.
And
What's interesting? Do we have a toe yet, or maybe not?
a toe?
Yeah. So there's some flats here. There's gonna be a piece, but it may come in later in the assembly because we didn't have one here either.
I think so. No, I mean this is the toe.
No, I meant, see how we've got these flat tabs.
Oh, do you think something's gonna go on that?
I'm expecting
Maybe?
so, because we also got like this hook here, so obviously we got more parts to come.
Right. Oh man, I can tell what this is gonna do. And then this goes on
Ankle,
here.
baby.
Okay, yeah. So this is probably gonna need to be
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
sanded, and then I need to start snipping these. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I think
get that on the sand.
these components will need to be sanded on the sides. But you keep assembling, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So-
these are all yours.
Oh, what the?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, this is the moment. We're gonna start getting an actual leg together.
You used to dream of days like this.
Yeah, 4 days of building, we get a leg. Oh, dude, yeah, the perfect grade Sazabi. Oh, I saw that announced. I'm like, that's such an iconic mobile
I
suit,
know.
and that kit's gonna be so detailed.
Isn't the counterpart to this one?
Yeah.
Like the
Yep.
rival like suit to this one?
Yep.
Dude, that wouldn't be so amazing to have both of those. Like, maybe I'll win the lottery and
Yeah, this one was already.
we can just do both and just
$600.
have them dueling each other in the store. That'd be amazing.
So where am I at here? Starting here, I'm gonna get that one. Then XC1, what does he look like here? There.
They should both be kind of that silvery steel.
Yeah.
Silvery steel. Sounds like a makeup name or something.
It's
Or
sounds
like
like
cologne. Like,
it's Zoolander's new look. Magnum, silvery steel.
Magnum silvery steel.
Yeah. Zoolander was so crazy. Quite a bit different.
What is this? A mobile suit for ants? Have you seen that subreddit?
No, that
It's like
sounds
for
hilarious.
ants, where it's just like really miniaturized stuff. It's really silly.
Alright, so we're gonna lay that out. Here we are. And
I enjoy
then-
watching the whole process. Oh, well, we appreciate it, Johnny. Thank you
Yeah.
again also for sharing that custom Barbatos you were working on.
Oh yeah.
You should check that out. He posted on the Discord.
Oh, to the Discord
To
machine.
the Discord. No way. Okay, this is our dump pile.
I still gotta get the storage Discord like more ready to rock. Just need to make sure the moderation's where I want it to be.
Yeah.
I just don't need these kids getting on here. Holy crap!
Isn't that color that he used really cool?
The whole thing, like, one day I'll be this cool. Holy, this is great. For those of you that can kind of see it here, yeah, it was not entirely. Yeah, it's live and in person. Here we go. If I can get the camera now to
No,
focus.
this is a recording.
I guess so. Hey, look, your storage is full. Yes, I know. Thank you, iPhone. Too many pictures of the store here. Ugh. This doesn't do it justice. This is on the I Want to Be a GM Discord. You did amazing work. Very cool. And fire reacts going on here.
Okay, I might just get the sandy boy involved.
I'd have to agree with that, New Gun. The build process is what really, like, the end result is going to be definitely dope, but the build process is what keeps us coming back.
I feel like this comes up every time we do this, and we were even talking about it a little bit before. But like, there's something about I was talking about Warhammer a little bit, but
Yeah.
like that idea of like the machine spirit, or like there's something about when you engage with the thing that makes it more special, and I think that's a part of like why Gundam and Gunpla is so special to the people that do it. Is you just build that like extra connection to it.
Yeah, because I was talking about, you know, when you've got a car that you've taken care of and it's got that character, you're connected to that as well. Okay, and then so like get that in there, and then it wants me to sort of collapse that up. Okay, and put that.
And it was really
Put that
cool.
right
I was
there.
watching something recently where, you know, they were going through the sanding building process, but they really wanted the part to have like kind of like that plastic shine again.
Oh yeah.
And they actually ended up using that kind of like car polish compound on the model kit to restore that polish.
Yeah, they're
And so I was like, that's really
super
cool.
fine abrasives.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can, because you're talking about, you get to 5,000 grit, and what do you do from there?
Right.
Well, you use automotive
Yeah,
polishes.
use automotive polish.
And that's the only way to go finer.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was like it was just my first time seeing it. And, like we've talked about before, like I've been building models and painting them at a high level for 13 years now going on, and like I still learn new stuff all the time. That's what keeps it so fun. Like it's so like I have had many of like my peers refer to me as a master, but like I still think of myself so much as a student or like a learner, because there's just so much. Like
I get to that part as an automotive technician. It's like my certification says master, but I'm like, I'm not professionally trained as an engineer.
No.
I could understand these things at so much of a deeper level. There's always new iterations and variations, and then of course that's within the same brand. You take the same technology and concepts, and suddenly it's executed differently over here, and then there's just a lot that can go into any of this. So let's see here. Oh, I'm gonna finally get some knee actuator.
Oh yeah. Dude, get ready, buckle in. I mean, you've already experienced some of it.
The time has come.
But this is like where it really starts to come together.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna kind of sort of do this. And we're gonna get that guy into that guy.
Oh, 100% new. Yeah, Gunpla makes me feel like I'm building an actual mech, not just posing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the posing that comes after is like, it feels like a piece of it. Like, the journey of the build is...
Yeah. Did I just put that link on? No, I didn't get the link on my record. Man, that's insane. Yeah, because this is the double knee now. Oh, my goodness. Okay. This kit in particular, we were marveling earlier, like, this isn't just designed. This was engineered.
Oh, yeah.
And so you just get into these and you're just like...
By Anna Hamill.
yeah, by Anaheim, Electronics. But just... the amount of work it went into get this kit for us to be able to build it and for it to do the things that it does. Like, so cool. I'll show you guys. Like, so now I've got this actuator. Now I'm gonna have this actuator. I've got this motion here. That motion back here. And that's not even the bottom calf, actually. This is... so it's like the foot still has to be connected to this. We're going to end up like Anthony has. Oh, my goodness.
Dude, if we get this finished and painted by the time ReaperCon comes around, can I take this?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. I had to send this with you. Because that was something you mentioned too. The last con you went to, we didn't have a whole lot of Gundam presents, which I thought was kind of odd because they're huge in minis and modeling.
It was really, really surprising at Adepticon. It was interesting. Like, I feel like this is just like the way the universe works, where like I ran into more Gundam fans this Adepticon than like any other Adepticon, and I don't know if Gundam like has just kind of come back into vogue, like it's just become more popular again in the States or what, but there were a bunch of people that were like, we were all like, hey, let's play the TCG, and like of course it didn't work out because it's a con and
right,
cons are crazy and heck. But one of the things that came up a bunch of times was like, a symbol's coming out, like, what is it this year? Yeah, it's this year.
Yeah, it's in October this year.
And like they have no presence here, and Adepticon is the country's like largest tabletop wargaming convention. Like, it is wholly dedicated to tabletop wargaming in that's what Assemble is effectively going to be.
Yeah.
And so for them to not have a marketing presence was a huge missed opportunity by Bandai to bring people into it. And, you know, I'm sure they'll have a presence next year.
It almost feels a little too late.
Why would you miss out on that kind of opportunity, you know?
Okay, and that's going to go down into there. Oh my gosh. This is insane.
Oh, yeah.
This kid is so good.
And then this is going to go here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna clean these pieces because they are going to need it. So I'm realizing as I go that these pieces that are going to that are kind of like the hydraulics for this aspect of the legs is going to be present, and so I'm going back and cleaning the mold lines that will be visible.
Yeah, now I'm gonna slowly work this loose here because I need to make some space for this part to go in. Because I got overzealous. I was like, oh, that's gonna go in there. Well, yeah, eventually.
I get it, man. I get it.
So, oh man.
I do wonder if these are actually fully cast in this kind of silvery plastic, so we can just buff them back up.
I kind of get the feeling those are. The gold ones are a little different.
You can tell they were sprayed like a silver and then a gold.
Yeah. Amazing. These are. I'm so glad I saved up to be able to get this when I saw it was announced. I waited 8 months for this kit to become available.
Oh man, dude.
And then of course I run the store with my dad, and he's like, "Why do we need that?" And I was like, "Wait till it's built, you'll see." And then he sees it, and he's like, "I still don't know about this."
Okay, George. I'm like,
nah, he used to build a lot of the.
I get it.
What was it? Star Wars models were huge back, of course. When he was a boy,
fun.
He got to see, of course, A New Hope in the theater when it launched.
That's cool.
And then we got to go see the re-release in the early 2000s with a special edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're going to do another theatrical release for some of them.
That would be amazing.
Just to see it on the big screen. It's such good movies, but at the time, like all the special and practical effects, to see them as it was intended.
Oh yeah. I have very fond memories of the originals, like on VHS before they did the CG.
Yeah.
And I feel like there really is something extra special about those. Like, I get that that's not exactly Lucas's fullest vision of it, but like, I feel like it's just like the hand done, like animatronics and the hand done everything that just takes it to that level, you know.
Well, it makes some of the other Lucas and what was it? Jim Henson's Creature Shop stuff, like Dark Crystal, looks so good.
Oh yeah.
And be as timeless as they are. You just like all of the work that went into it. It's real. Even the original Ninja Turtles, with the resurgence of popularity of the Ninja Turtles franchise, the original films, those were all practical effects. You know, guys in rubber masks, and it's part of one of the things that I think is I know it's one of the things that I appreciate about a lot of the Godzilla films. You know, Sony did Godzilla in '99. Toho hated it so much they bought it back. Yeah, they bought the rights back, and then they did Godzilla 2000, and it was a guy in a suit.
Yep.
And you know,
well, then there's the most recent one as well that came out. I still haven't seen that, but I really need to.
So was
it one?
Well, there's Godzilla -1.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have -0, and it's the countdown to Godzilla, the 1954 film. And I don't know, you know, from a film history standpoint, that they'd ever necessarily remake that or reshoot that. but it would be pretty cool if they did.
You know, I think the team that's been doing the -1,
Yeah,
I think they could do it well.
for sure.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just a question of if they would let them. But I think they're proving out that they're so good at executing on them that, like, I could see it happening.
The thing that's really neat is we got a full color, of course, because it's a modern film for modern audiences. But you can go watch -1, and I'm assuming -0 will also have a black and white version.
Yeah, there's been a resurgence of that, and I am here for it. They're doing the same thing for the new Spider-Man. With,
Spider-Man Noir, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, you'll have certain scenes indoors where it's got color, and everything else out in the world will be that dark black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they killed off Zilla in Final Wars. And, man, he got so disrespected, it was hilarious. They unfreeze Godzilla. They're in Antarctica, right? Aliens have taken over all the other monsters. Godzilla was frozen in ice. So they wake up Godzilla, and they're trying to bring him over to where the problem is. He encounters the U.S. Zilla in Sydney, Australia. Zilla jumps at Godzilla. He gets tail smacked out of the air, crashes into the opera house. Then Godzilla atomic breaths him and walks away. The whole scene takes less than 30 seconds. They're like, get your nonsense out of here. You're not even a real monster.
Not today.
It was so good.
Oh, man. You know what popped up in my feed? This is kind of in the same line. Is the Ready Player One with the RX-78?
Man, dude. Yeah, the RX
Mechagodzilla.
You're just like,
it's so good.
The only reason that the RX-78 didn't pull him totally apart was that he had a time limit.
Yep.
Because he was doing work, man. And I when it deploys and the eyes flash, you're like,
oh, the pose.
We got a full-on freaking deployment of this.
It's so good, man. It's so good.
It makes me want, more modern Gundam and some stuff like that. I really like G-Quux, where we could see the RX-78 against modern mobile suits in the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, that thing was a beast.
Yeah.
And then, my fanboy was definitely.
No, believe me, I get it.
So I've got a big old thing here I got to install.
Okay, so this goes. This goes here.
Okay, you're still working on it.
And then
okay, I'm a little ahead. Cause that.
Are you?
I thought that was gonna go. Okay, no, I'm back.
So
I'm back
you
at
have
page.
to drill down.
Yeah.
This is the. Are you?
Check to make sure.
Yeah,
I think
you're
I'm
in here. Yeah.
I missed. Okay.
Yeah, it's like check to make sure the articulation is.
Yeah, get those
good.
in point.
And then we need these guys.
Yeah.
So this goes. Here?
Man. This is. There it is.
Okay. And then this goes. Where does this go? This rotates around. Okay, so this is here. This is here.
Yeah, there's the double knee actuator. There's the booster.
And then this needs to go here. Man, it is wild how much stuff has to be lined up.
Oh yeah, this is the precision part of this kit. Like so many little pieces, and this is why we spend the time to make sure we clean them up.
Well, and when everything goes together and it's seamless, and you don't have any like faults or pieces that are like, coming apart in an unusual way,
there's an extra bit of
absolute cinema.
Yeah, satisfaction of a job well done in progress. So I got a little bit of separation here. I gotta go address.
Let me see.
Right there on the front.
Maybe this piece isn't pushed forward enough?
Potentially. Check it out, Troy. There's the double knee. There's the upper, and then the knee.
That's the way my knee feels sometimes.
It's just breaking twice.
Nice.
And then I'm pretty
And
sure
then we
the
got
foot
feet.
is gonna go
Look at that. So we got.
here.
What is that?
This is the foot. Yeah. So I got a heel and toe,
Oh my god.
and then you'll see there we've got this. And then we're
Pretty
gonna
sure
end
it's
up
gonna go
with
something like this.
yeah. So they're gonna get full on like ankle.
Wow.
Yeah, to complete the leg of it, and then with the
Well, then
boosters and stuff.
there's extra little bits of articulation.
Yeah, and this is before we get the armor on it.
Swapping the sides.
Right.
So we'll have to take out that electrical pole.
Oh sure.
We'll have 10 tables.
I'm not sure if this is supposed to go on yet. So.
Nice.
And put everything over here and actually have more room for the table with the chairs there.
Oh yeah.
Microwave, the snacks. This is the paint.
Yep.
And we make this with all the library. I like that library idea. I think
Okay.
we'll run with that. But we have all of this with a foot here and there to
Yeah, move some steps, massage it into place.
massage it.
Check it out, Anthony. This is what we've been doing. Floor layouts, conceptualizing what the new space will look like.
Very nice.
Oh, we should end up with 40 seats, which is going to double our current play space.
Well,
If you guys ever want me to
that's
as well,
double
I'm happy to
everything.
like mock
Yeah.
up in Blender even,
That would be insanely cool.
because then it gives you a really great idea of the space, like
Yeah.
to the exact dimension.
But once we get the keys, we'll let you.
Believe me,
let
that's
you at it.
actually like that's what I would probably be doing otherwise. But being able to get the actual measurements of stuff is
George,
what's
George,
nice
your
too-
measurements are pretty solid. We just don't have we didn't measure floor to ceiling.
that's probably standard though.
Yeah, 8 to 10
It's
feet.
8, and maybe a little higher in there,
Yeah.
but since it's a larger space.
Oh, what's nice too is it actually simulates light super well. Like when I've done additions for people, they're like, "Oh, I'd really love to put a can light here, but I don't know what it'll look like." And I'll be like, boop, boop. "It's like
Yeah.
it'll look like this."
Blender has gotten so
Um,
much more advanced since I started looking at it, and I haven't used it probably since college. So.
Dude, I did a full hard surface modeling of a Primaris Space Marine based on the Space Marines from
yeah,
the game Space Marine 2,
Mhm.
and like I put it on
And there's the
an
stand for it.
armature.
I'm just gonna like that's just the leg height. This thing's gonna be.
Yeah. So I put it on an armature, and so you can actually like
Oh
pose,
yeah.
you know, and do all kinds of awesome stuff with it, and like it just looks. And of course, I do it for myself for like miniatures projects because there have been a bunch of people like within the miniatures community that'll do large, like 75 mil scale
Oh sure.
Space Marine projects, but like it's like one guy from space, and he's like reclusive and introverted, super nice guy.
Mhm.
But it's like I also don't have $5,000 to pay, you know, Joaquin Palacios like
For sure.
for a custom, and so I just engineered it, like, and now I can do them on the fly, and I can have something that actually looks great within like an hour. It took me 6 months to get it set up and, you know, built and all that stuff, but like it's like a small price to pay for salvation.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have you help me with my other project of ridiculousness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
What's,
go.
what's that?
I want to build a mush environment for RPG game.
What's that?
Ooh, okay. So multi-user shared hallucination is basically
Oh,
the
yeah. Is it like
persistent D&D game.
The text-based thing that
Yeah.
you were telling me about.
Yep.
Weren't you guys doing something like that with Star Wars? Is that what I?
Yeah,
that
so I would
remember?
like to do Star Wars and then some other things. Oh my gosh, come on, that thing is this is so good.
Here, I'll move this one.
It's a bit old school, but you know,
Dude,
it's
sometimes those old school things though, they have a bit of a magic to them, and like I feel like tech moves so fast we actually forget sometimes about things that were actually a lot of fun and should be used more.
One of the things that I find it to be really useful for is training for character level storytelling. You really get to play a character. You have to determine, or you get to determine more about the character than what we would normally get to do for a regular like role playing session. Because it's literally just you as the character in a persistent world.
Right.
So where you you have to know what motivates your character as you go through the environment.
You know, it almost makes me think of, and this is in part because I've been reading the books. By the way, the new one came out today. Is Dungeon Crawler Carl, because it's like a persistent, like, you know, world, but like, and there's a bunch of people. They're all kind of doing their own thing within this dungeon. And of course, like, there's things like safe rooms, and you know, each of the levels of the dungeon are different. But I feel like it's like akin to that. It's just it's text based, right?
Yeah. So
Kind
it's
of like
it's about refining your writing skills. You get really good with your descriptive language, but you also have to start to really think about the movements that we don't think about. So if you're a hands talker, or if as a lady you're pulling your long hair up behind your ear, or you know, the body language that we communicate with, when you have to write it out, you start to think about it. And then if you take those skills with you into like person-to-person tabletop, you can end up bringing a really cool character together. But particularly as a game master, it lets you get more descriptive with your bad guys, and you can start to really describe your scenes in a way that you hadn't been able to do before. It's you know, typically some of those things aren't in our game master vocabulary.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, it's to be honest, like, something like that feels like it would actually be like a really fun exercise, like, for students almost.
Oh, for sure.
Where it's like, yeah, like, get in there and like figure out how to, like, you know, just exist in this, and I bet the writing level would increase because they just have to use better written language, you know.
Yeah, it's not the play-by-post where we see some of that on Discord, you know, that have moved off of old message boards, because it's persistent and online. Like,
it's always active.
Right, so, you know, you have to be online to play. But the people that are playing with you are also online, so it's like, I'm at my keyboard, you're at your keyboard. When our characters come across each other, I'm actively telling my part of our shared story. Right. Even if the scene is we're ignoring each other on the street.
Yeah.
So, you know, just really kind of a different way to get into play. All right, so I'm catching up with you here a little bit.
No, you're good.
Okay, so I've got to do the sub-assembly now. That's where I'm at.
Oh my lord. Yeah, it was really interesting seeing I wonder why it wants you to open those up. Interesting seeing some of the like the stills from Char's counterattack, and it has me thinking, like, what color even are these dark, you know, kind of plastic parts, like, in that world?
Yeah, because there's not a lot of it that gets revealed, and there's you know, we get a good chance to see the RX93 close up in a few shots early in the film, but a lot of it's action shots, and because we're in space, there's a lot of pulled back stuff.
Yeah. Right,
trying to show the speed and dynamicism of the combat.
Right.
We don't get a lot of close-ups till like later in the film when Axis is dropping, and Amuro's there trying to push the asteroid back. So, I don't know that I've seen a lot of. I mean, even this playmat, this is some artwork that we get like hints of it, but not really anything deeper than the armor.
Yeah. C6. I think it's these guys.
Oh man, ankle. What? This. God,
that's C614. I'm glad I've been working on that 78 because I feel like I'm faster this session than a couple of the
you're kicking my butt today.
I mean, it's by no means a race. I just want to make sure you're able to go and have fun, dude.
Yeah, it's
you're working hard too. And
I mean, in your efficiency, right? Like, definitely gotta go. Okay, so that all of this is just so good. So it's gonna go there then, and man, when it all comes together.
I know, right?
So check this out, guys. All right, we've got, this panel for servicing. This is going to be the ankle actuator primary. It's got a big old piston on it. Like, there we go. And then, of course, it gets to be, we're going to lock this into place. These are going to come back over the ankle, but you can still see that component behind the other. And just... So even if we built this, or half built, right? Where we've seen that, where if we'd left one of the legs naked of the armor so we can really see and appreciate these details, like that's one of the ways you can use this model. They really left those details there for us to be able to explore and appreciate. I was just amazed at this kit here. It's really is beyond anything I've seen.
Oh man, yeah.
it's like,
I agreed entirely. Like, going like streaming this whole thing, I feel like it's such a pleasure because you get to share those moments, of holy crap, this is crazy. I'm sure other people have experienced it to some extent, with the other Perfect Grade Unleashed and Perfect Grades that they've put out, but
I'm glad to be able to share. This is one that was, I was lucky to be in the position to pick this kit up, but at over $600 retail, this isn't something that everybody would get a chance to build. So if I can share that and everyone enjoys that a little bit, I'm hoping that's one of the things some people can get out of this is, being able to share this experience that they may not be able to get on their own for whatever reason it is in their life. And, oh my.
Well, and sometimes, you also, for a long time, I had a very brain heavy job.
Oh,
and it's sometimes I would just come home and look at a model kit and be like, I have no mental energy to, but I could put turn on a video, or I could watch people talking about gunplay technique or modeling technique, and just doing cool stuff with that, and that's I feel like who will really, and also just people that are big fans, the people that are hanging out.
For sure.
Thank you guys again for hanging out.
Yeah, it's been a good day today. That's always one of the things that makes streaming fun is, I don't need a million people. I just need a couple people that can actually, yeah. 100%.
It's so fun.
Just chill. I'm just glad to be able to. Man, look at this. It still blows my mind that the in-universe weight for the RX93 is only 20 tons.
Yeah. Well, because how much is I'm trying to think.
Well, some of the warmest.
It's a minivan.
A minivan is 10 and a half.
It'd be 10 minivans, which it is crazy.
Well, the original, the RX78 itself was something like 60 tons. Mm-hmm. That makes a little bit more sense for something that stands 15 meters tall on that one, 18 meters here. For the density of its components, the armor plating, and all that stuff, you're like. But it also goes to show that, the in-universe development, right? We went from something that was 60 tons to something that's now 20 tons because we've gotten better with our materials and design and all this stuff. Oh, that knee! Look at that knee!
Look at them knees!
Look at them knees!
This is what's. I cannot get over this. Look at the detailing in here.
Yeah.
Look at the detailing in here.
Oh, we're gonna cover it up.
Just to cover it up.
Gosh. Yeah, and that ankle actuator behind this panel, even with the peekaboo windows, I'm about to slap some armor on top of you. So. Oh, look, this is.
Yeah. No, I mean, seriously. Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
Here, from the profile.
And then it'll also toe and
No, but it doesn't just just toe
no.
Here,
the
wait,
whole ankle's brachiating. I mean,
it articulates here.
Oh yeah.
And then it articulates here.
Oh gosh. So. Man.
And then of course, like all of this is just icing on the cake. Like,
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm kind of curious here with like all of this. Like what I always love exploring like the extreme limits.
Yeah, this thing can, I've seen it take a knee. It can take a knee with the toe on the back foot.
Yeah.
On the ground. Yeah, there you go.
Well, and what's incredible too is how.
And it should be able to do it with these panels like in place, so, like when it's fully armored.
Yeah. Well, it will go back up into it. Yeah.
So and there it is with the hip.
With the hip. Yeah.
And they can sit back or takes a knee, and you're like, man. I don't think there's any of the other models that'll go and fully take a knee like that.
The real grade 78 can.
They can?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's like, but even with that, like, it's just incredible. I'll have to bring it next time because like this part of the leg, what it does is you have the centerpiece with some stuff in the middle. And when it gets really into that low profile, what it will do is it will slide.
Oh, cool.
To give it that extra little bit of length.
Yeah.
So that it can articulate that far. Like they saw that here just with the hydraulics.
Yeah,
but
I gotcha.
It's just absolutely unreal.
Gosh.
I think this is a very, very, very small thing. I think the only thing that I wish that this had, I wish that the verniers, at least one of them, articulated.
Oh yeah.
Like a ball, a ball
socket
articulation.
There. Yeah.
Kind of like the real ones do.
Yeah.
But that's a very, very small complaint. Like considering everything else. And
yeah. Like you guys went so far, you couldn't do just.
Like look at. I wonder if this is like a radiator.
Here in the middle. Yeah. That kind of makes sense.
I mean, it would make sense that some of these components have centralized like heating or energy systems. Like,
well, the other thing about it too is it's like, where is its main reactor? I would figure it had distributed power generation, but it's got a main somewhere in the chest. We've seen that at least with like the Zaku and things. Because if you hit the reactor, they go nuclear. So I wonder
how much of that though also is just for the weapons, at least with the Gundams.
Right.
Like with the energy weapons.
Well, that we see by the time they get to this point, they've micronized the power packs so that you actually have basically magazines for the energy rifles. Mm-hmm. The Zeta, by the time they had the Zeta Gundam flying around, they had updated the beam rifles to do that.
Right. I'm thinking in the same scope as like the Teslas, how each individual wheel will have its own motor.
Yeah.
But like I'm sure you could put like small batteries or small like energy sources.
Yeah.
That is just unreal. Look at this. Look.
It's still going. Oh, yeah, I forgot because it can step. And, Let's see here. I'm a little...
Sorry, dude.
No, you're good. You're good. So, was it C6? Is that this heat guy? Yeah?
Yep.
Where's he going to go? We have one fly in the whole store, and it's hanging out with us.
We got to name it. It's our pet.
Name it Dad. Nice. So we get him in there. Get him on there. And then it says, go ahead and assemble your leg doodads. I really liked these features here, the radiators. Mm-hmm. Well, and again, like one of the things we haven't shown this time, that's part of the gimmick too. Yeah. So I've got an access panel for repair. So some of that detail.
Dude, I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, you're like,
where it's like, yeah,
it's on a hinge that flips up, and you're just like, But why?
To give you access into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Well, and it makes you like this. I feel like it's like questions on questions. And I was explaining to my wife Jill, like when I build Legos, even when I was a kid, it would be like, oh, well, if I do this, I have to do this. But then they need to be able to get into this, and it's like they have the same kind of people. And so it's like I wonder if it's there so that they can get to that lag, so that they can take this component off. Like because it has the clearance right here.
Yeah, and from an engineering standpoint, this all has to be accessible for maintenance and repair.
Yeah.
They're like, what does it though? And you're like, yes, it does.
You know what's really interesting? So I don't know why I've been getting a lot of like World War II stuff sent to me on YouTube. Oh man, this is something too. Sorry, from our regularly scheduled program. This little bit of separation in the knee.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And so one of the things that I watched recently though was it was kind of on the differences between American and German manufacturing processes.
Oh yeah.
And how the United States had a concept of replaceable parts.
Oh yeah.
In their manufacturing process. And so if the part couldn't be put, if you take one part out of 1,000 and you can't put it onto something, it's like, oh no, something's wrong with the machine that's making these, not with the part. Whereas with the German manufacturing process, they would just kind of do it, and then you would have it was almost like an apprentice master system.
Oh
where
sure.
you have the expert machinist mechanic who would get the file out and file it into cooperation with the other part that was kind of a little bit rough. Like we would consider it rough.
Sure.
In order to get all the parts to fit together to make the tank. And so whenever a tank would break down with the German system, they would have to take it way behind the line,
Right.
strip down a bunch of parts, make entirely new parts. And so you're talking about like weeks and weeks of lead time.
Right, because particularly if they needed to be massaged into place,
Yeah.
like we've done here, like I couldn't mass produce this thing because we sent it there and we've made sure to clean every piece and make sure our fitment's good. If you're talking from like a battlefield maintenance turnaround time.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah. Whereas
impossible.
like with the Americans, like if you had a transmission or if you had a whole engine, they could take it back and within 5 hours have a tank back on the line because all the parts would. And so it was very shocking to the German mechanics and people doing intelligence work on the German side that you could just look in the manual for the part and the part number and swap it out. And which kind of had me thinking about like Gundams, and it's like, oh, like the RX78 kind of has some of that, where like they can just bring in a new part and just slap it on, and it works.
Yeah, because
of course I'm sure the Xeon did as well. But
yeah,
like,
well, I think that's one of the things that made the Zaku so good. It was
they
the
could
first
just produce loads and loads and loads.
and they seemed like, I mean, we see in the Netflix one, Requiem, they literally put two working mobile suits together out of a junkyard.
Yep.
And that's incredible.
Yeah.
And so they go and they can do combat well in. So those are probably some later steps.
Yep. I'm just wondering.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I wonder if they go in here. Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out.
Are we getting? That's probably some of the hip stuff we're gonna be starting to do
Yeah,
next. We'll do the hip. That's insane.
I know, it's so cool.
That's insane. I gotta go show this off. But there we go, guys. These finally got the leg assemblies. How many pages was that, by the way? We're page like.
That is 30. No, because that's the hips. 31 pages. But
now there's a few lead pages. It's not all.
A few lead pages, yeah.
But we're probably what?
That is
15 or 20 pages of leg.
Let's see. It starts at 10, 9, 8. Yeah, we'll say 8. Page 8. So minus 7. So 26 pages.
Yeah, 26 pages of legs. And the total book, 108, I believe, was the page count. So I gotta go show this off real quick. I lost a sticker. It looks like.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
maybe. Oh.
There's also some.
Oh no, we mentioned that last time. We just
Yeah.
need to keep our eye out for it, for sure. Yeah.
Well, I know that some of the things that we could go back and do. I saw here there were some decals on the foot.
There are.
But I thought
let's
we were.
wait on those
Yeah.
because I think we're gonna try to paint as much as we can.
That's the idea, yeah. That and then we got some tricks that we're going to show everybody for the water decals.
Yes.
For anything that we can't paint, and we're going to have some really nice water decals. Oh my gosh, look at that.
I know, it's so
It's
good, man. It's incredible.
Ta-da!
My favorite thing too is finding like images like this and kind of just like posing it, you know, in a similar way to what the
Oh yeah.
like, you know, I've been doing that with the RX78 and like some of the TCG.
Yeah.
Like, but then like it's really fun doing that because then you're like, oh man, this artist didn't get this correct. Like,
Oh no, yeah,
they're
he was
bending the it's like where the reality meets. Like
the
something that I like to
stylization.
teach with like more of the painting art side of things is that hyper reality can be a little bit more, it can have like a truth that like the reality can't have, and the reality has a kind of truth that the hyper reality can't.
Yeah.
And so it's like the meeting of, it doesn't make one better than the other, it just makes them both unique in a way.
Yeah. The one I know Tim Chason, and he does Robotech art.
Okay.
And he wanted to have one of the Veritech fighters in this sort of pose, and where he wanted it to express a sort of chest, but because they've never done anything like that in the show before, he wasn't allowed to do that in any of his official artwork because he's also officially licensed with Crunchyroll, that has the license for Robotech right now. And they're like, well, you know, because that didn't happen in the show, we can't have that in any of your prints. And I had some sketches when it looked really cool. Where he's trying to like do some of that action, exaggerated, like. But you know, it's a humanoid robot, not a. But it is a machine that didn't have that articulation,
Right.
Because it's an aircraft.
Yeah.
And so it was really interesting how they wanted to be true to the original.
No, for sure, yeah. That is exactly what I'm talking about.
So
JG.
one of the things I was looking at with the legs, this might be a good place to stop. We've got here's
what's
today's.
Oh yeah, do you want to?
Yeah, I think it'd be a good time because I've got a few things to wrap for the store.
Well,
And,
let's go ahead.
There's some things I could have.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, a few things I wanted to ask you about on some other matters, but
Yeah, dude.
so thank you everybody for hanging out. We are going to get wrapped up here for today. If you missed us, check the live stream. It'll be available here in just a moment. I'm Jester Boris with I Want to Be a GM.
I am Anthony from Pirate Monkey Painting.
We were streaming live today at Griffin's Keep Cards, Comics, and Games in Willard, Missouri.
Oh,
And where we built. Oh, what's this I got there? Has it got a?
I put some blue tack.
Oh, blue tack. All right.
Yeah, it's,
So nice.
it's incredible how useful this stuff is.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
you can put it on there.
we ended up with a full pair of legs on the assembly today.
It looks so good.
They do look. I'm stoked. So we'll see you guys next time.
Oh yeah.